So now this is where the Unicode encoding came in. So the Unicode is a universal symbol code. That means you have lots of symbols, correct? Starting from the first 127 symbols of your Unicode table is still the ASCII characters. That means starting from 0 till 127 are still the ASCII characters. Okay. Now from 127 you have lots of other symbols, correct? That means if you look at the current scenario, the number of symbols you have is this many number of symbols. It's like 1,43,000 symbols you could see. The computer can basically understand 1,43 symbols at this moment in time. And what is the version? It is 15.1 is the current version of your Unicode. So if you go to this particular link, you will be seeing all those symbols. See this? This many number of countries are having their symbols. If we look at India, India is also basically having their own symbols. So if you look at when I click on North India thing, these are my symbols. See this? And the Unicode representation is always in hexadecimal. So it's not an, because if you want to represent a small number, it's going to be a little difficult. So that they usually convert that into hexadecimals. So this is an hexadecimal representation of your Unicode table for our letters. Guys, understood this? The first 127 characters was basically 127 are still what? Are still the ASCII. Whatever you see in your ASCII tables, the first 127 characters are still the ASCII characters in your Unicode table also. Are you guys getting it? So still the ASCII characters basically. So the Unicode mapping is a character to a binary representation of ones and zeros. That means you'll have a character and that has been represented in what? That has been represented in a decimal, and the decimal is then further converted into binary. It's still the same procedure. Okay, but we had introduced something called as an hexadecimal thing. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll see that in some time. So the range of characters goes from 0 till 0x. This is an hexadecimal number. Don't confuse. Okay, this F is the biggest number. The number that you see is 1,114,112. So that means this many number of characters you could see in your Unicode table. How many characters you see in your ASCII? 127. But how many characters you see here? It's huge. Right or wrong? It's huge. That means lots of symbols had come into it. So now any programming language you take, any application you take, they represent everything in the form of, they usually use Unicode sheet for converting a symbol into the binary. So your ASCII is no longer in existence. It's a very traditional thing. It's not in existence. Now everything is Unicodes. Are you all following me? So this many number of characters you could see in your Unicode table. That means you can find lots of characters, correct? Lots of symbols, not characters, lots of symbols in this range. Am I right or wrong? Starting from 0 till this range, lots and lots of symbols you can represent. Am I right or wrong? So the first 127 characters of the Unicode are still the ASCII characters. Okay, so let's go to this particular website. See this? These are all your Unicode thing. Lots of Unicodes you have. So if you want to adopt a character, you can also adopt it and you can also maintain it if you wanted to do it. So this is a Unicode organization where you can basically adopt a character and you can basically maintain it in case if you wanted to do it. So lot of Unicodes you have. So each symbol has been given with a Unicode number, and a Unicode is a hexadecimal representation. Just remember it. We have a binary, correct? Representing everything in a binary is too complex because you had seen how big number it is. So everything has been represented as binary, hexadecimal number. Okay, so that's the reason why you are seeing hexadecimal thing over here, where you will be seeing some characters like C and all these things, correct? So these are all basically you'll see all this characters representation. That means the combination of the numbers and the characters in the hexa representation. And when you see U plus basically means Unicode, as simple as it is. Whenever you see U plus and then the hexa number, that means it's in Unicode. U plus represents Unicode. Okay, so that's what it is. So now let's go back